Okay, hello everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and this is a new episode. When you're new to this channel, I think this is very important, so I really recommend watching my previous videos to understand Bitcoin's price movements. Now, today's video is about get prepared to buy Bitcoin, date for the altcoin pump, and altcoin price forecast for the coming pump. And this is also very important to me when you're new to this channel, and so let's get it on. Now this is an actual picture right here, and as you can see, we've been coming down really really hard. I think something around 15%. And now what will happen in the next days? So as I told you, I think we will be 21 days inside of this channel. And now what is important is that beginning by this point, right now we're 15 days inside of this channel, and I think in the next 48 hours we will see Bitcoin coming down very hard, and it will break this channel line, and it will reach somewhere around $8,850, something around that price targets. And what I expect is that it will break very fast down, and there will be maybe 2 to 3 hours, and then it will move into this channel again. So this means the next 2 days are very important, because as I told you, I think we will come down to this level. After all I've seen, every time Bitcoin falls all the way down to the 78% Fibonacci level, very close to that level, sometimes a little bit lower, sometimes a little bit higher, but every time around this area. And I think this will happen again, so don't make the mistake to wait for Bitcoin to go even lower. I don't think that this will happen. After all my calculations and the collected informations. So this will be my buying point, as I told you, and I think we will not be very long in this area. A lot of people are waiting for that area, and I think that this will be bought up very fast. And then after breaking this channel line, coming down to that point, I think 4 days from that point on, we will see Bitcoin move up to this point, somewhere around $12,400. This will be the point where it will break the main trend line and start to show us the first gains. In my previous videos, I showed you that every time when Bitcoin breaks this main trend line in the first step, we see gains every time. And I think what is very likely that we will come up to $13,900 and test this high again. And I think that it is very likely that this will be the point of resistance when Bitcoin will start to fall down and shows us this consolidation. So this is something that we always see after Bitcoin made this first gain. So this happens every time, and I've been searching for information in the last 2 days to see when exactly will the altcoin pump start, and what I found is this. Now, first of all, very important is to wait for this first gain, and when Bitcoin starts to come down, it starts to show us consolidation, and this is the point to buy the altcoins. Now, if you want to have a number, I think from now on, something around 3 to 4 weeks, the altcoins will start to pump. All right, because this happened nearly every time. 3 to 4 weeks they start to pump, and so consolidation after breaking the main trend line. This is what you have to wait for. Maybe it happens after 2 weeks, maybe it happens after 5 weeks, but when it comes, this is the point to buy the altcoins before this drop of nearly 30% that I've showed you in my previous videos. We have this every time. So recurring similarities, this happens every time. So please watch my previous videos if you think that I'm telling you something that could happen. No, it happened every time. And so the altcoins will pump for 90 to 100 days. This is something that I've seen also every time. And what I've also seen is that, for example, Ethereum makes 15x, NEM made 15x, ADA 15x. This is something that I think will happen, but these two numbers, this is something that really happened in the past, after Bitcoin made this first gain and started to consolidate. From that point on, Ethereum made 15x and NEM also made 15x. Well, that's it for that. I think this is enough right now. So 48 hours from now on, I think this will be the time when we reach this price level. Now, this is something that I've showed you in my previous videos, telling you that I think at the end of this bull market we will be somewhere around $465,000. I don't want to repeat myself, but I told you that right at that moment I thought this is something that makes a lot of sense to me, because this is what I've been doing here, is to look how much gains Bitcoin made from the highest point of one wave to the highest point of the next wave. And for 2010 to 2011, you have at the end something around 1,400%. And when you do the same for the next bull markets, you see we are always somewhere around the same numbers. And what I think is that this time we could see something around 1,600%, because there will be a lot of FOMO. Maybe this is even too low, okay, because the media will make the people crazy. We will see a crazy FOMO. So this is the normal people. And then this time we will have the institutional FOMO, and maybe this is even too low, all right? But when we say it will happen again, something like that, then we will see $465,000. And when you invest $1,000 today, you will have in 22 months $33,000. And I've been looking how long this will take, this bull market, and I've seen, I think 22 months is very likely from now on. And now the next all-time high. This is now another way that I've been looking what could happen. And what I've been doing is to look the first bull market. The bottom was somewhere around 6 cents, and the all-time high for the first bull market was somewhere around $30. All right. Oh, I forgot the dollar symbol. And this means nearly 490 gains, or X or whatever. Is here between these two numbers. And when you go to the second bull market, you get something around 500x. For the third bull market, and this is the last bull market, we get 120x nearly. And I think the reason why we have this huge drop is because the entry point is much higher. All right, this was something absolutely different when you compare that, or this and this when you compare that is absolutely different. And I think that maybe when you look at that, the first and the second were similar, nearly similar, and maybe the third and the fourth are also similar. So again we get something around 125x. I've been going a little bit higher because I think this bull market will be crazy. It will be crazy because the media and everybody is telling us that you will get rich with Bitcoin, right? You see that everywhere. Bitcoin to 1 million, Bitcoin, nobody can buy Bitcoin in 3 years, and everywhere things like that. Microsoft coming in, Apple Pay, and Amazon, and Samsung, and I don't know, everywhere. I mean, today in the news is Iran is allowing the people to mine Bitcoin. I mean, think about that. The governments are accepting Bitcoin, all right? So this is not just a game anymore. And some of you wanted me to also give you news. I will do that. I hadn't the time today to include this, but just to tell you, just to show you an example. And I mean, all of you heard of Backed and Samsung, the S10 with the wallet and all these things. I mean, you can see it, everybody feels it. And so I think with the media in the back of Bitcoin, there will be such a crazy FOMO. So maybe this is even too low. What if we go back to these numbers? I mean, then this is a joke, all right? But when we do it like this, so we say we get something similar, then the bottom was somewhere around $3,120, and again we reached something around $390,000, and this is very similar to what I've been calculating right here. So so we have two scenarios, and we reach the same price targets nearly. So this means this is a life-changing opportunity in the next 22 months. And I told you, when the four-wave theory, when we use the four-wave theory, and I think right now we can say it is working, all right, then I think that really you can get rich. In 22 months you can be rich, all right? Normally I don't say things like that, but after all I've seen and after all I've shown you, I think we're talking about something that is possible. I'm not saying 100%, but I think we can really make a lot of profit. And this is something I've showed you in my previous video, because again I heard people saying, what if the current wave didn't reach the highest point and the parabolic movement will go on and things like that. I think this is nonsense. When you look at this, I've been comparing the fourth wave of one bull market with the first wave of the next bull market, and as you can see, 25%, 43%, 70%. So every time the first wave of the next bull market gets closer to the all-time high, and as you can see, this is multiplied by 1.72 multiplied by 1.62, so we're getting again similarity. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, it is like Bitcoin is talking to us, and the most people don't listen, like it is telling us what to do and what will happen so that the people can make money before the governments and the whales come in and take everything, every profit, like it is in our financial system, because the normal people don't get rich. All right, this is I know you heard that, and Bitcoin. It is like Bitcoin is talking to us, telling us, hey guys, here is a chance, get in. I'm showing you how it works, the structures and everything. So get in before the whales and everybody comes and there is nothing left for you. Now, this is the forecast of the altcoins. This is something I already showed you in my previous video, but I've been taking NAM and Stellar Lumens just to show you another examples. And what I did is, right now we are 1.44 times away from the last all-time high, okay? Because this is the highest point of the current wave. And what if these altcoins also will be 1.44 times away from their last all-time high? All right, and this would mean if you invest $1,000 in Ethereum, for example, then you will make something over 3x. But I think this is too low, and I will show you why. With EOS, you can make 3x. With Dash, you can make 7x. Chainlink, we don't know the all-time high, but I think that $22 is something that Chainlink can reach. When you look at its price performance in the last weeks, every altcoin was bleeding and Chainlink was making nice pumps. And I think when the altcoin pump starts, this will continue. Cardano, bleeding, unbelievable. this is 7 cents. Today it is somewhere around 6 cents. So this is even higher, and you can make a 13x. And I tell you what, Cardano is my #1 tip, because you know, the Shelly update, the Shelly testnet is right now available, and I think Cardano blockchain 3.0, guys, this is so big right now that I think this will have a crazy pump. All right, maybe we reach the all-time high. I wouldn't be surprised. So this is my #1 tip, and this will be the altcoin that I will buy in a lot. So 13x. And well, NEM, you can make 19x. I don't know if that will happen, because NEM is a little bit yeah, nobody talks really about NEM, so maybe the people don't think about it that much anymore. It will make gains, I'm sure of that, because in the last weeks I saw it making pumps. So this could happen. I'm not saying no. This could happen, but I think Cardano has more probability to get higher. And Stellar Lumens, I think one of the big losers of the last weeks, although they've been making they made a great work, so maybe we see it pump like crazy, because as I told you, this one is some kind of lost in the last weeks, so maybe it comes back and pumps like crazy. Now, just to show you again the altcoin pump, so here are two examples, but in my previous videos I've showed you much more, but just to show you what I'm talking about, this is 1 year before the second halving, so the last bull market, and after breaking out of the main trend line, this is what I mean. The first gains. Bitcoin always makes gains after breaking out. And after that, we see this consolidation. All right, this is what I've been talking about. And at that point, this is the point that I will get into the altcoins. All right, for example, Cardano, because I think that there is a very high probability that the altcoins will start to pump nearly 90 to 100 days. This happened every time, so I think this is very likely. And well, as I told you, this happened every time. Every time Bitcoin made the first gains and started to consolidate, the altcoin started to pump like crazy. And just to show you why I think what I've showed you right there, so oh no, sorry, where it is here, I told you maybe Ethereum will be 1.44 times away from its all-time high. I think it will be much more. All right, and I show you why. It is because I've been looking I've been only looking what Ethereum did 3 weeks after breaking the main trend line of the first wave in the last bull market. So this is Bitcoin, all right? When Bitcoin broke the main trend line of the first wave, 3 weeks after that, Ethereum started to make move to the upside. It started by somewhere around $1. And at the end, after 19 days, it was somewhere around $15. So it made 15x. So I think the 3x right here is too low. And I think, maybe you know it, the altcoins always outperform Bitcoin. All right. So they make more than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the one with the lowest risk. All right. But when you, if you want to make gains, you will make much more gains with the altcoins. And I think that there is a very, very high probability that you make really nice gains when you pick the altcoins with the lowest risk. There is a higher risk than Bitcoin because they go higher, but they also fall really hard. But for example, Cardano, I think this is a winner when it comes to the altcoin pump. And so, and then I've been looking what NAM did at the same time, and also 90 days, so crazy similarities. Everywhere you look, similarities. And it also made 15x 3 weeks after breaking the main trend line, when Bitcoin started to show us this consolidation. Ethereum and NAM both 90 days making 15x. Okay, crazy, isn't it crazy? These similarities, so you can't deny them. And then I've been looking at 2 weeks after breaking the main trend line of the third wave in the last bull market. All right. And what I've seen for Ethereum is that with the beginning of this consolidation, Ethereum started to move to the upside, beginning by $70, reaching nearly $400, making 23x in 90 days. Crazy once again. And then we have NAM making 77x. 77x. Think about it. Think about it, because as I told you, when we follow the four-wave theory, look what is possible. What is possible? How much money you can make in the next 22 months. All right, and maybe Ethereum doesn't make 15x this time, and maybe NAM won't make 23x, but 10x. 6x. I mean, this is such a crazy opportunity that we have in the next months. And well, this is my strategy. No financial advice, things like that. I'm just showing you why I decide to do it this way. And I think everybody that subscribed, you all can see what I'm telling you. All right, you can feel it. You can feel it. And as I told you, life-changing opportunity. Now let's go to the actual chart to see what is going on. So this is the daily chart, and all right, just to take a look, how much did we fall? Yeah, over 15%. So this is crazy. All right. So and this is what I mean. This is what I mean. 15% drop. All right, and people buy in there because they see these videos. Everybody's telling you buy 14,000, 16,000. One video of a YouTuber with thousands of subscribers telling you at the end of this week $80,000. I mean, what the hell? And these guys have thousands of subscribers. I don't know why. I'm asking myself why. And no, I have the answer. The answer is a lot of these YouTubers came in before the fourth wave of the last bull market. This crazy wave with the all-time high $20,000. And you know, at that time, every shitcoin made gains. Every shitcoin was pumping like crazy. All right, and these guys were sitting there saying, all right, buy that shitcoin and it will make this and this gains. And they said it will make 100x. At the end, this one made 10x. Okay, this is still very good. But because of that time of that FOMO and because of the fourth wave, every coin was pumping like crazy, and these guys they said the right things with every coin. They could have. There was a Jean-Claude Van Damme coin. Even that coin pumped. All right. I mean, so and now the people are still sitting there thinking that they are listening to people who know what will happen, and these YouTubers have no information. They are talking the same things again after 1.5 years of bear market. All right, they're talking still the same things. Nothing changed. The same informations. All right, and this shows me that they're not spending 1 second with Bitcoin. All right, what was Bitcoin doing in the last 10 years? You can look at that. I mean, take the trading view chart. Where is the problem? Take it, use it. Look what is happening every time after every wave. Where is the problem? All right, I'm not doing something where you have to be very intelligent. No, I'm just looking at the chart. Can I find similarities, recurring similarities? And there are a lot of recurring similarities. What I'm showing you right here is a little part of all the collected information that I have. But right now, we don't need to know how Bitcoin moves up. We don't need that because it already moved up and now it is going down. So for us it is important to understand what happens when Bitcoin moves down, and every time we see the same. And that is why I've been the only person in the last 2-3 days telling you this is fake. This will come down. Don't buy in. All right. I mean, this is a big difference. And I mean, take 10 minutes and look how many YouTubers out there told their people to buy. All right. And they make a lot of, they lose money because these YouTubers, all right, they don't tell you to buy at that point. They say, all right, there is a head and shoulders reversal, there could be a breakout. And then suddenly you close your eyes, you open up your eyes, and Bitcoin is somewhere right there. And you think, oh, fuck, yes, this is a breakout. And then they buy in. And this is the problem. This is the point where the most people buy in. They don't buy in at that point when the neckline is broken. No, they buy in at that point, and then they make a little bit of gains and think, all right, yes, man, this was the right decision. And then they see this first big red candle, and then they are sitting there wishing it will go up again, and then they see this one, and then they sell. All right. When something like this happens to you, don't sell. Don't sell. Because when it comes down like this, you always have a correction to the upside, all right, before it comes all the way down again. So, and this is what we've seen in the last hours, that Bitcoin didn't fall all the way down. It started to move up again. I think it was somewhere around $11,900 after going all the way down to, let's have a look, 11,100, so all the way up to 11,900. So never make the mistake to sell when it is falling like crazy. Don't make that mistake. Wait, because there can be the time where it moves up again, and what is important to know when it will move up again, to look where are the resistance levels. All right, and you always find the resistance levels when you look at which point Bitcoin was fighting, or to break that point when it comes to resistance, or where it was supported. And now this is the daily chart. It is not that easy to see that, but when you take the 1 hour chart, what you can see, for example, I mean, look at that line here. You can see a lot of things are happening there. All right, every time Bitcoin stops to move, all right, can you see it? It stops to move, or it gets a little bit of resistance, support, or here support or support, yes? So this is how you can see a resistance line, all right? And when you look at that, I mean, this was the point where Bitcoin stopped. So let's have a look. Why did it stop at that point? It is somewhere around $11,100. Now, wait, we'll put a line there where it is. Oh, there. So this right there is the point where Bitcoin stopped. Sorry, it's the wrong point. So this is the point where it stopped. So we just make it like that. All right, and what you can see, right, everything. Support, resistance, support, kind of support, resistance. All right, a lot of things were going on at that price level. All right, and this is how you can find zones where Bitcoin could stop falling. All right, so before you sell, look what is coming down there, and what is able to stop Bitcoin. All right, so something like that. I will talk about trading in the next videos. Right now I'm not talking about that because I don't have that much time to make these videos, and I think it is more important to know that we don't have much time left. All right, so this is 6 days. In the next 6 days there will be a lot of things will be happening. All right, and so I think it is very important to be ready for that, to react at the right time, because it can be too late. I am very certain that when Bitcoin comes down to these areas, it will be bought up very fast. So you have to be fast, place your buying orders. So yeah, things like that are important right now. And when we come to this right there, then we have 4 months, 5 months before the second wave starts, and this is the time where we can talk about trading. Although I don't like day trading because I think this is very dangerous. What I like is things like that, knowing points where Bitcoin will fall, or knowing points where Bitcoin will go high, and then use these points as buy-in or as a sell point, and make the gains, and then finding resistance lines so that you know where will it stop, so you know where to sell or where to buy in again. So things like that, I like that more, and this is the safe way to really make money. I think really, I think 95% of the people who want to be day traders lose for a very long time before they have the experience to understand the chart when it comes to the 1 hour chart or the 15-minute chart and things like that. So this is very difficult. I really don't recommend doing this because you have to invest a lot of time, read a lot, test a lot to see if it works. So because you have to find your own strategy, and there are a lot of books, and you can find a lot of patterns. So this head and shoulders reversal pattern, this is something that I've been talking about, I think 3 weeks ago. You can see it in my videos. I've already been talking about that, telling that there is a high probability that we will see a breakout to the upside, but I didn't talk about that in my last videos because I knew that most people will buy at the wrong time and they will lose money. And I don't want to be the reason why anyone loses money. Everything I say to you will be I want it to have very high probability, so something like this. The only reason I told you don't buy Bitcoin right now, because I knew this will happen. I knew it. And when we go to CoinMarketCap, yeah, 65.5%, crazy. And I told you yesterday this will come down. All right, and this is something that shows me every day it will come down. There's no chance for Bitcoin to move up anymore. It's over. It's over. So we will see a hard drop in the next 2 days. Bitcoin will come down to somewhere around 61-60%, and then it will start to move higher, and then we will see the consolidation time, and this will be the time when the altcoins start to pump. So Bitcoin dominance will go lower, and yeah, this makes a lot of sense to me. So seeing this is reason enough to say Bitcoin will come down in the next 2 days. So that's it for today's video. I know it is a little bit too much. I've been talking too much. Write in the comments what you think about these kind of videos. Is it too long? I'm sorry for that. I don't want to waste your time. Yeah, and thank you very much for subscribing, for the comments. I really try to answer every comment. And I really hope this channel will grow, because I think this is the only place right now where you can get real informations that you can use and have the lowest risk, because when it comes to trading, you always have to choose the way with the lowest risk, That's the way how you make gains in the long term. So yeah, thank you all, really. I'm very happy to that you found my channel. So yeah, we will see us very soon, and I'll keep you updated because the next 6 days will be very, very interesting, and the next 48 hours, guys, maybe 3 days, there will be a lot of things going on. And I think that in the next hours, maybe in the middle of the night, I think yes, in the middle of the night, Bitcoin will fall when I'm sleeping. Yeah, we will see tomorrow. All right, have a nice day and good night, good luck and everything. See you soon.